So you just want to work your pry tool around the edges, start in the corners, and then you're just loosening it out bit by bit. There you go. And then all it is 4 T20 screws holding this in. Just T20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove the screws, then it pulls out. Just keep a good firm hand on it because you don't want to drop it and scratch any of your dash up. And then we're just removing these. The black one is the DAB aerial. The white one is the dual diversity FACRA for the FM aerial. Blue one is the GPS. The yellow is the USB cable. And that's the main power quad lock plug. You pinch the tab at the bottom. So, to pinch the tab at the bottom and then slide the bottom piece up. And you can wiggle the plug out like that. These tabs push, lock, push, open, wiggle it out, open, blue one, open, and that one push middle in and then wiggle it out. I've laid all the cables out in front of me. I'm going to be using the Wi-Fi aerial. This sticks down onto any plastic surface. I'm just going to stick it straight on the side here, nice and tight. We don't need the GPS aerial because this car's already got a GPS one, which is the blue one. So that plugs straight into the back of the unit, onto the blue plug, and the pink for the Wi-Fi. We have the dual diversity FACRA adapter. Which obviously going to fit into the FM aerial, which is that one. You want to test your radio signal when it's set up. If it seems a bit weak, you may have to join this wire to this blue wire marked antenna. You may have to see what the radio signal's like if you're using FM aerial. We're also putting DAB in this one to retain the DAB aerial, which is the black one. Now it's a FACRA plug, but these ones we've got at the moment, they've got an extra ridge down here, so you can either trim that ridge or you can actually just push it in. So the black one is the DAB. It feels like it won't go, but with a bit of force or pressure, you can just push it straight in. That's what I'm going to do now. There, so I didn't cut anything or modify. I didn't do anything other than just pushing it in. So it feels like a bit of resistance, but you just keep pushing, and it will go in. So that's the DAB plugged into this one, DAB receiver. That's going to go into one of our USB ports. So I'm going to use the 6-pin USB. Plug that in. That one's ready. This is just the test cable, so we don't need this one. This one, unless you've got a subwoofer or low level RCA speaker plugs, you can put them in there. But most people are just going to use this for the microphone. It's the black one. And the SIM card holder. So I usually undo this, and then I usually put it into the glove box or just down here, anywhere that's convenient and easy to install. It'll give you access to your SIM card, and then you can do that with the extra USB port. If you want an extra one, you can put that in the glove box as well, or down here. And then this one for the reverse camera. So if your Amarok's got the reverse camera, you just plug it into this one. It says back video in. So that's ready. And then the main harness, make sure your black CAN bus box is plugged in there and it's all locked in properly. And don't forget to plug in this CAN bus plug into the unit. I'm going to start plugging the unit in now, and then we'll review all the connections. The last thing as well is the microphone. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to place it up here behind this trim, nice and close, and then I'm going to run the cable down behind this trim. These side panels just pop out with a pry tool, so I'm going to pop that out and run the steering wheel wire behind the steering wheel and up to here. So I'm going to do that with the microphone now as well. The last cable you've noticed is this. It's a substitute for the 4-pin USB. It does fit into this 4-pin LDVS and CVBS, I can't remember which one. It does go in there, but for whatever reason, a lot of the time it doesn't retain the USB function of the port, which is down here. So when we fit it, we just fit it with the 4-pin one instead. Some VW models, I've seen it work, but most of them, it struggles to do this. So I don't think the adapter is correct, but I think there's a compatibility issue with Android head units, perhaps. So I would just ignore that one, I think, and leave it unplugged and just use this one for USB instead. So plug the unit in, just reviewing the connections quickly. Got our FM aerial, got our power plug, this long one for the microphone which we've plugged in after putting up here, passing behind the steering wheel. This one's unplugged. The 8-pin CAN bus plug which is coming off the main harness. This one of the 2 white wires, very important, that has to be in or a lot of features won't work. If your steering wheel controls aren't working, for example, because this isn't in. USB cables, DAB, reverse camera. I've put the reverse camera into this one, this 10-pin, and not into this one, video in. Very common mistake. I know, because they're both yellow, so they don't make it easy. But this one is not the one. And this one is plugs in here. The GPS aerial I've put directly in, the blue one coming from the car, and the pink Wi-Fi aerial, which I've just stuck flat down. So that's it, we power on.
This whole generation of men who've grown up with men who've been in the Second World War.
We can, once you're sure, tested everything, sure everything's working, you just screw it back in. That's it. But just to set it up a bit. So obviously that should all be working straight away. Let us know if it isn't. But as long as that CAN bus plug is in, all of this will work. Stuff like doors being left open information, that stuff. Actually, on that subject, I always go into my car door window setting and do front door exchange, because usually they're backwards. And then they show up the right way around. Yeah. Your camera should be working plug and play as well. Sensors there, turning lines on the wheel. Yep, and you can adjust the brightness by holding the screen down. Sometimes they're a bit dark, just like that. So cameras all plug and play. So we've got the climate controls as well, which will display on the screen down here. Got the radio here, FM radio. I'm going to sign into the Play Store soon and download the DAB radio, so Google Play Store. You just need to connect the unit to internet, so you can do it on your personal phone hotspot, like a tablet, or you can put a phone SIM card into here, any network, just pay as you go, £10, let's say, and then the internet the unit can have its own internet supply as well. So that's good for things like YouTube. Apart from that, everything else is all good to go. Let us know if you have any questions about this one.